Hello and welcome to video number 1 of our email PPC training videos. In this video, I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of the benefits of email PPC and how you can go ahead and submit your first list for approval. So typically when you want to monetize your list, if you're not selling your own products and services, what most people will do then is go and find affiliate offers to promote. Now the problem with that is actually twofold. The first is that you have to find those offers in the first place, which usually involves digging around online and comparing a bunch of offers and finding the right one that's targeted for your lists. The second problem is that once you have an affiliate offer in mind, promoting it requires you to actually get people to click through to the sales page, and then they actually have to buy for you to earn anything, in other words, to get your commission. So the way that the email PPC program works is you're sending offers that are targeted to your list, just like an affiliate offer, the only difference being that as soon as somebody clicks on to learn more about that offer, you get paid for every click. So no matter whether they buy or not, you're still making money. Now, before we get into submitting your list for approval, the first obvious question is, what do you need to be approved in the first place? And to answer that, the first thing that we're looking for is that anybody that signs up as a publisher have at least 500 opt-in subscribers on their list. Obviously, that list should also be targeted to a specific area of interest. And the other thing that we're looking for is people that are willing to at least get on the phone for a minute or two, or even chat through Skype, just so we can get a feel for who you are and how you run your online business. Because of course, when it comes to any kind of marketing, including email marketing, there's a lot of people that'll just run out and spam and just buy lists and things like that. So we want to make sure that people that are coming on have good quality lists and they're running their business ethically. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and scroll down here to the email PPC section and we'll click on Add New List. Now, the first thing you'll see here, of course, is the information that I kind of just went over there for you, and the next part is the actual form. Now, right off the bat here, this is really important because judging by what some people have put in this field, they assume that it's only going to be visible on their end. However, whatever you put in for your list name, this is what potential advertisers are going to see. So what we recommend doing is putting in your website name and then the type of list that it is. So, for example, we have one that says multiplestreammedia.com dating list. So that lets the advertiser know what the website is and of course what it's about. So the next thing here is the list type, which is newsletter, prospect list, co-registration, etc. And of course, what methods you use to actually gain the subscribers on that list. Next thing is whether your list is single opt-in, double opt-in, or none. How many subscribers are on your lists, where you host them, so Aweber, GetResponse, etc. And then this is the part where you're going to select your audience. And if you only have one or two, or even just one, that's fine. The more that you can put in though for your categories, for example, if you have one for business owners and then you have one for business opportunity seekers, etc., the more categories that you put in there that are relevant, the more potential advertisers you're going to reach. Next is how often you mail your list, which we have daily, weekly, and monthly as options. And if you send solo ads to your lists, either often, sometimes, or never. And of course, as I mentioned, we do like to get in touch with our publishers. So we have fields here for your phone number and or your Skype address. And last but not least is your landing page URL. So this is also really important because when an advertiser comes in and they're looking for publishers to use to send their offers out, we give them the option to see where those leads are actually being captured. So this does need to be an actual valid link just so they can see what you're using to collect the leads. And basically, once you have all this information entered in, you can go ahead and click submit for approval. And now obviously we don't have any information in here, so this won't process, but basically what happens is if you go here to your My Stats page, as you can see here, we have a couple lists that have already been approved. So obviously the status here says active. Now what happens is when you first submit a list, obviously again it does need to be approved, so what you'll see here is it'll say pending. Now, when your list is actually approved, the other thing I'd like to mention while we're on this page is, do you see how some of these are clickable and others are not? The reason for that is that you won't actually be able to click these and get any sort of stats until the offers that you're mailing out have actually started generating some clicks for you. And I'm actually going to go over the stats tracking and everything else in a different video for you, but basically the reason that you would want to click these is once you do start getting those clicks, just to go in here real quick, I'll show you, is when you're setting up your campaigns and everything and mailing offers, if you have different lists or you're just doing any kind of multiple tests or things like that, you can create sub-IDs, and basically that'll allow you to see which sub-ID is getting the most clicks. So that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Now, like I said, there are going to be some other videos available for you. The next video that you'll find is how to find the offers and actually get the ads to send to your lists. And finally, as I mentioned, there will also be a video on how to track the different offers that you're sending. So again, I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the other videos.